This interview with Finesse Mitchell is brought to you by Tom and Dan Watering Holes.
Yep, it's all our brewery and restaurant partners that have partnered with us because they're great breweries and great restaurants great venues.
Well, the Watering Hole page is basically, if you have nothing to do on a weekend, you can go to tomanddanwateringholes.com, and there's something to do there, right? Wops Hops, A La Carte, Toll Road, Hourglass, where we just did our beer release, Cafe Da Vinci DeLand, awesome venue, lots of great bands to see there. Salty Sisters, go say hi to Tiffany. I'm losing my voice. Ailstone Brewing, which we did the Tom Van Club meetup there. Delicious Pizza, stop by, bring your dog, hang out. West End Trading Company, roll through Sanford. There's going to be some street party going on, I guarantee it. What else we got here? Johnny's. I always forget about Johnny's.
Yep, Johnny's, best burger in town. Johnny's Other Side, of course, Celery City.
Yep.
They're redoing their entire courtyard. It'll be ready for Luca's funeral. We're doing on June 24th.
We are serious about that.
It's going to be at 6:30.
Yeah,
so
be respectful and dress to impress.
You want to show up.
Dress to impress.
Have you ever been to a lizard funeral?
Yeah, well, we're having one.
Anyway, and of course, Tuffy's Bottle Shop and Lounge. That's in Sanford. They got the music box. They constantly have great bands come through there.
That's like 3 bars in
shows.
one. The outside bar, the inside bar where you can get great draft beers, and then Suffering Bastard, a little tiki bar hidden inside there.
Yeah.
Got to get there early if you want to get in there, though.
I know Toll Road is doing their big street year street party.
5-year anniversary party. And they have limited beers like that Mike's Cream is going to be. I think they have that one, and they have a Black Rye IPA that you need to try. Really, really great beers at Toll Road.
Yeah, and all of our Watering Hole partners constantly, like Daniel says, they have live music, they have comedians,
Festivals,
they have events,
crawfish boils.
There's networking events, there's everything.
Yeah. They got yoga, goat yoga. Like, it's just too much. So if you go to tomanddanwateringholes.com, get you right.
Also, grab a pint glass, #WateringHoleMo, and you can win a prize.
Indeed.
With us on the couch, we haven't seen this gentleman since pre-pandemic.
Yeah, since the world shut down.
It was a different time back then.
It really was.
5 years ago.
5 years,
Yeah,
5 years ago.
Yeah, super crazy, man.
Half a decade.
He's going to be at the Improv tonight, 2 shows tomorrow, theimprovorlando.com. Finesse Mitchell.
Hey.
How you doing, Finesse?
It's Finesse Mitchell, guys. You know, there's a rumor I was on Saturday Night Live. There's a Netflix show called Is It Cake?
I'm going to ask you about that, Finesse, but
I love that.
Because you
also,
popped
I love
out.
your Twitter bio. Does it say, it says like, I tried to do SNL, or like, what does it say? It says something funny. It's like snarky. It's like,
I don't know. I said
did a little
you
SNL.
see me on this, that, and Home Depot. You know what I mean? Like, you may have seen me on, I don't know.
History of the world.
I dabbled in SNL. History of the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got to throw that out. That's
Wanda
huge.
Sykes asked me
That's
to do
huge.
Jesse Jackson. And I was just like, I've never done Jesse Jackson. And she's like, well, we're paying this. And I was like, well, let me give it a try.
Jesse is here.
Jesse is here. The Checky made me say yesy.
How long do you have to study Jesse Jackson to get it down?
I just I look at something once or twice. And then I'm just like, you know what? I can do it. You know. And first of all, if you close your eyes and really picture yourself being that person, then you don't care what people think or what it sounds like, because you're that person, and then in your mind, you're nailing Morgan Freeman. Like, that's my Morgan Freeman. I don't care what he sounds like.
Yeah.
But he's
like
everywhere I
version.
want to be.
You're creating your own confidence by blocking out all the hate. Yeah.
When people do Trump, it's just like, I do Trevor Noah do a Trump. That's my Trump. Trevor Noah do a Trump.
But Finesse,
I like that.
Yeah.
It's 3 different people.
we've talked to a lot of impressionists, and
And I don't think I'm an impressionist. Let me first say that. I'm just a cool ass comedian.
Yeah, but you have that, what they have, and what it is something that normal people, and I said normal,
You can take on an essence, right?
We don't understand it, because then, like, impressionists explain how they do it.
It's like an out-of-body experience.
And then we're all shaking our heads, and we're like, my brain doesn't work that way. Like, no matter how hard I envision any character, I cannot impersonate that character. It doesn't come out.
It's not your thing.
No, my brain just
like
isn't wired that way.
The improv part of that is
I
not
was
his.
asking people, just shout out somebody and I'll do it. And then they were like, Christopher Walken having sex. And I was like, wow. And that's all I did. And they were like, oh my God!
Oh my God! Yeah. Well, less is more in impressions. I feel like it's just the essence, like Daniel says. If you get the essence down, it doesn't. It's one word.
It's me and Drew's old Sean Connery at Burger King. Sean Connery at Burger King.
Yeah.
Whopper Jr.
That's
all you say. And it doesn't have to be good. People go,
So, Finesse, I want to talk to you about Is This Cake, because my sons got into watching Is This Cake, and my son and Daniel's daughter is the same age as your oldest daughter.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyway, so they got into watching Is This Cake, and I remember like watching it, and it's the simplest, the most simple premise in the world, or whatever. Mikey Day does a great job
strange, which
hosting it.
I like a little, because I'm a little strange, so I see something like that, I'm like,
but like the simplicity of it,
that's weird,
is the genius, because somehow there's like my sons are addicted, and then we're all watching it as a family over and over.
You're quiet,
and then all of a sudden I see Finesse Mitchell, and then I tell my sons like, oh, Finesse Mitchell, like Daddy interviewed him one time.
I try to do that,
and they're like, sure.
I do that all the time. I'm like, hey, I've seen him. I've touched his hand.
They're not that impressed by it. Like, I feel like if
it's not Mr. Beast, they don't care.
God damn, Mr. Beast, don't even.
If my dad told me while I'm watching Darkwing Duck in the 90s, and they're like, my dad's like, my buddy's the friend or the voice of Darkwing Duck, I'd be like, what? Like, it would blow my mind.
My dad took me courtside on Orlando Magic.
Yeah.
And he took me, and Jeff Turner used to play for the Magic. You know, not a great player, but a good guy. Mm-hmm. And I got to play, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
But nothing moves the needle with my kid. Nothing moves the needle.
I told my daughter, I said, we're going to go spend the weekend with Dave Chappelle and his family. We're going to go up to Napa.
Jesus.
And my daughter was like, do you know Bluey? I do not know Bluey.
Important question.
You don't realize
Bluey is good.
Bluey is dope.
Bluey is the Chappelle of cartoons right now. You just got to know it.
Yeah.
Bluey's huge. He's the guy.
Bluey's not watching Chappelle. No. They don't care.
Well, but also
you just
you're
named
acting
the two,
really cheeky, Daddy.
You named the two heaviest hitters in Hollywood right now is Chappelle and Bluey.
Mm-hmm.
It's all relative to how they grew up. They grew up with a celebrity dad that hung out with celebrities, so it's not that like shocking to them to hang out with. So it normalizes it, right?
Right. Now, when your friends are like my best friend is JB Smoove. JB Smoove has a massive compound in LA with a massive backyard, and when they go over to his house, it's just like, the pool's not warm enough. You know what I mean? And I have to say, excuse me, JB. I have to go have another talk with, excuse me. And then what did Daddy tell you? Stop being a prick. You know what I mean?
You're at JB Smooth's house. You don't realize.
Shut up.
You don't realize how what people would pay.
When we were on SNL, our apartments were the size of broom closets. Now, to be it's 20 years later. To go over each other's houses. We live down the street from each other, and it's just sort of like man, we really did this. And now we're those dudes. And when we walk in the clubs, the younger comics are like, Finesse. You know what I mean? Because I'm more of like a comics comic. You know what I mean? Yeah. But what distinguishes a JB from a Finesse, from a Jay Farrow, from a Chris Redd, from a whoever your favorite guy, Joe, my buddy over here, likes Nick Swartz, but whatever those breaks are, whoever's camp you're in, Nick is in Adam Sandler's camp, and sometimes people might see me hanging out with Chappelle, but I'm not in his performing camp. You know what I mean? But his off the mic, hey man, I'm in town. And I'm like, I think I like that relationship a little bit better. To be to get an invite, but not necessarily to perform, but we're hanging.
Yeah, as a friend as opposed to a business thing. There is a difference.
Yeah. There's more Finesse, Too Short, Stevie Wonder, and Sheila E. is over there in the room, and you're just like, oh, this is like some SNL after party type stuff.
Yeah.
The most
mixed up.
Yeah,
Too Short.
Now, I'm sure...
That's awesome.
If Chappelle is doing a huge Netflix movie and invites you to be here, you'll be like, we'll take it. Yeah. Now, going back to, all right, how, because your daughters are going over JB Smooth's house and swimming in his pool, and they're exposed to this lifestyle of hanging out with celebrities in their mansions, right? Yeah. And I'm sure you grew up differently, Finesse. You didn't...
No, I had a mansion. Yeah, definitely have mentioned.
So how, and I'm obsessed with this, how do you give your kids adversity? Because
I don't feed them.
Oh, okay. Is that it?
I don't feed them.
They got to fight for their
They
food.
got to, I toss it up in the air, and whoever, like, for me, it's more or less like, I love being a dad, and I'm a girl dad, and I love being a dad, and they ask for stuff, I say no. Their mom gives them stuff, but the answer with me is no. So much to the point where they don't ask me anything. And also, I'm not even their friend until I need to be their friend. You know what I mean? So it's like, go ask daddy. No, we know what the answer is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or daddy's said this and that. And I'd rather be that guy in their lives right now versus, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm definitely that guy too. I'm the no guy. Yeah.
I'm always silly. I'm always too funny, or daddy's never serious. But then daddy always says no to stuff. So they got to just pick their poison. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I like being that guy because, I get paid to be funny. And then when I come home, I want to relax. And then if I do take you to this place and that place and this person's house and that person's house, after a while, it's just another person's house. They don't appreciate it. They don't know what that person went through to get that pool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so sometimes I am a little hard on them just for discipline because kids can just go run amok,
Yeah.
Do you ever get what
that's the opposite of Tom's parenting style.
Yes.
I'm
like, Tom's not saying nothing.
What say you, sir?
Well, because
you look stunned.
I want my sons to grow up thinking like my dad was super fun and he just only adventures. But although I feel like I'm more grumpy at home, or I'm more quiet.
Yeah.
Like if they ever if I die early and then my sons.
Lord, this took a turn. Finesse, I'm sorry,
goes
man.
to death and time is running out.
He knows. He's been here 3 times. He knows that we eventually go to killing ourselves in some weird way.
No, but I do think about this. If I die early and then they become like adults and they're like, I wonder who my old man was, and they go back and listen to this show on YouTube.
My daughter listening to any of this.
And then,
my God.
And then when I imagine them listening to it and be like, wow, like he's a different personality than he was at home. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like at home he was more quiet. He didn't joke around that often.
He loved his audience more than me.
I'm on this show Ant Farm, and it's on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
So they do get to, like, they see me on TV. Like when I hosted Wendy Williams for 2 weeks, I was coming out in this flashy suits, and I was hosting with Kim Whitley, and it was great to host a daytime talk show because I want a daytime talk show.
No way.
Yeah, I want one. And so they didn't choose us. They chose Sherry Shepherd. She has a new daytime talk show, but we killed it. They didn't know we were going to be that good, first of all, but they would say, oh, I love Daddy in Suits. I love that. Oh, Daddy, you were so good. But then I'm like, don't let them watch that, because then it's pop culture. You're talking about the Kardashians and you're talking about MGK and you're talking about and it gets adult. You know what I mean? Like what's her name? The Kardashian that no one talks about, but the drummer from the big rock group. She just got married to Courtney.
Yeah,
so Courtney just married
Good Lord.
the
Travis Barker.
But then said, they never had sex until blah, blah, blah. They waited and blah, blah, blah.
That's not true.
So my point of view was like, I've seen you sleep with 20,000 people and you're going to wait. Now, when I'm dating you, we're waiting. That's what we decided to do. No, you're not going to wait with me. You know what I mean? So that was my commentary. And I come home and my oldest, my 8-year-old, so you don't think she should wait? And I'm like, what?
Oh, no.
Wait a minute.
Make me choke on my coffee.
And that's when I know that, grandma is sitting there watching in real time with my daughter. And I told her, don't do that. You know what I mean?
Put the mute on. Let her see the suit and then turn it off.
Yeah, that's it, bro. Yeah. That's all you got to do. You got one job. Wow. Let them see Daddy come through the door.
Grandma's like, I didn't know you were going to talk about that.
My daughter
if you know Wendy Williams show, that's what they talk about.
Exactly the same age, my daughter draws a line in the sand. She's like her mom. It's in the genes. It's in the blood. I don't know what happened. And you've seen this. I can't say the word stupid.
Yes.
I can't say the word damn.
Yep.
And then she'll say things like, I got to take 2 minutes off your phone time for that.
Daddy's saying mean words.
Yeah, she doesn't like.
Daddy said dumb, mommy.
Yeah, and I I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I almost think it's a bad thing.
Well, I don't know. Like, we went roller skating for the first time before I came out here. It was the first day of roller skating at this place that was opening up for the first time in the summer. And I mean, the kids were out. And I have a 4-year-old and an 8-year-old. But the 11, 12, and 13-year-olds all have their stomach out. So they're wearing these little cut-off tops and the little halter thingies. So my daughters are seeing this for the first time, like, their belly button is showing. I'm like, yeah, Daddy, get us a belly button shirt.
Oh,
I'm
no.
like, no. But they're wearing it. And I'm like, you don't want to be like those 6th grade harlots. You don't. They probably don't even have dads.
Well, Finesse, didn't you write a book, or are you still writing it about?
I'm writing a new
your
book.
Daughters?
I'm actually writing a new book. And what's so funny, it's called I'm Definitely Going to Your Prom.
Okay.
But it is a book about what a father would tell their daughter if they were of age. Meaning like, hey, you want to know this? You want to know that? But see, my daughters are 4 and 8. I'm not telling them that stuff
so you're
right
preparing
now.
Yeah.
But I'm writing the book now for mothers who have little girls and fathers may not be around. But if they had a dope dad, this is what he would say. Okay. You know what I mean? So that's what it's called.
And where do you, like...
The other book was a relationship book.
Okay. Yeah. And so, like, is this just, like, where do you get the inspiration for the ideas of what you should do?
I smoke weed.
It works!
Need more weed?
You start thinking of shit.
You just start thinking of stuff.
I was writing a book last night.
Yeah. Why does that happen?
And when you know what's so crazy? You'll write 5 chapters and right there.
Yeah.
You're like, I just got through 60 pages.
It is amazing.
And then you'll leave it for 2 months, 3 months, and it's just in your computer.
Yeah, lost it. I lose things, though. I'm like, I walk around, I put it down, and never come back.
It is amazing when you're on THC, the amount of things you could think of, as opposed to when you're
and
not.
the amount of things you forget.
Yeah, it's true.
Well,
it's
wide open.
If you don't write them down,
they're gone. They're lost.
You know what it feels like?
You can see them go.
You're in that money machine, and they're all blowing around.
Yep.
You got to take them and put them under your shirt.
Yes.
If you don't
I love
put them
that
under
game
your shirt,
too.
I know.
And you're always saying, why can't you trap the money against the glass? I guess they tell you can't do that.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that anymore.
Okay.
But yeah.
Back to Is This Cake? Because the question is, when you do a show like that, is like, you go and watch episodes prior to and figure out.
I had no clue what it was.
You just show up
and Mikey Day just called you up and was like, hey,
they were like, Finesse, you know Mikey Day? I'm like, yeah. They were like, well, he has a show. He wants to know if you're free. And I'm like, when? They're like, so I just showed up.
Oh, I love it.
I had on my.
You had no idea.
No idea.
Yes.
And I'm like, is it cake? And they're like, and I said, are we going to eat cake? And they're like, I think so. So my agents didn't even know.
Okay.
And when I tell you, I was 0 for 8. I couldn't pick the dang cake. I'm like, how great are these bakers where they're making a cake with a plastic cellophane cover like it's meat, like raw meat, and you're like, wait a minute. So all of that is edible? Clearly this is the meat. Clearly I couldn't guess meat. I couldn't guess vegetables. I couldn't guess a shoe. I couldn't.
We saw
they were that good.
Yeah. And then it's like,
do you feel like a fool?
You feel stupid, bro. Like people are depending on you to pick a freaking cake out of 6 choices, and you don't get any of them. And they're calling on you because you're like the funny celebrity charismatic black dude, and you're losing them money. You're losing them the game.
Damn it.
I was going to ask you about that because when you go and do the show, you're like, all right, I'm just going to try to be funny, right? I'm sure that's what you in your mind.
Authentic.
Like, I'm just going to fuck around.
I just want followers, bro. I just want Instagram followers. That's why I do it.
So you're like, I don't give a shit. I'm just trying to be funny. I'll help out my buddy Mikey Day or whatever. But then you have the baker standing there. They're looking at you in the eye.
Looking at you.
Hi, Finesse.
With that lime green hair.
They all have crazy
They have crazy hair and a crazy mustache.
And there's like money involved for them. And
this could really change my life, Finesse.
And then you're just like,
too much pressure.
Yeah, I'm just trying to fuck around here. Really.
Right.
And then is it
I don't know. Cake 1. And you see the disappointment like, fuck. I pointed to the one it was, bro. Like, look at me. Like, I'm trying to hit. But no, they're super talented that their cake is so realistic. it looks like whatever it's supposed to look like that you just can't guess.
Yeah.
So kudos to those guys and the producers of that show, because like you said, it is a premise. And now I just want to host a show. So now, like, me and my people, we try to come up with ideas all the time.
Do you want to do like a game show, or
I don't care what it is.
You know what?
Hosting
is
difficult, though,
you know what
right?
I used to love?
Hosting is easy.
But you're a good host.
Hosting is
probably
super
comes easy to you, right? Like, well, then we need a variety show. I used to love variety shows.
You guys realize you host this show, right?
Yeah, you guys host
but
this.
we don't think
every day. I'm like, oh shit!
Yeah, I get nervous about it.
Right.
But I used to love variety shows. I used to like it when you'd have everything. Like, Gong Show, a little before my time. Smothers Brothers.
Yeah.
That was a good one. I like that one. I love a good variety show where you have like a juggler come out.
You know what? I'm going to try to bring back the Gong Show.
Gong Show was dope.
That was dope, man.
And I thought they tried to reboot it like maybe 5 years ago or 10 years ago or something like that. And it just didn't work.
You know what? Essentially, I think we're too weak as a society for the Gong Show. Like, we feel too bad for the people
now
who
we
get gonged.
do. We used to
look
be
at
mean. We used
America's
to be
Got Talent. They just put implants for the ones that they hit the X for. They're just actors playing bad, and then it's like that's it.
You know,
all of the talent shows now are people that are already in the business, which I hate.
Yeah, you're right. Especially
of them.
the music shows,
the comedians, the music shows, all of them.
Why can't we see someone legitimately try their hardest and fail?
This is going to sound harsh.
That happens in real life.
This is going to sound kind of mean, but I started not liking those shows when you would see the person that was just okay,
right?
But then they'd say, "Yeah, but they have cancer," and then they'd let them still do their thing, and then the whole audience would applaud and give them a big thing, but then they wouldn't send them on.
No.
Right.
They would just say, we just let you do that because you have cancer, and then I was just kind of like, I'd sit back and I'd be like, I don't know what I'm watching here now. I'm screaming, hit the X! Yeah, I'm like, get them out of here. It's like,
but see, I'm kind of like that too. Like, don't let me walk in my kitchen and there's a crappy drawing on my refrigerator. I'm taking it down. I'm like,
this is ugly.
I'm like, that's not good.
That's not good.
You didn't try. Like, you're way out of the lines. I know you're 4. You can do better. Get it off here. I'm not putting no bumper stickers on my car. I'm not doing none of that stuff to make your kids feel good until they're good at something. Perfect attendance is not an accomplishment. That means your mom and daddy got you to school because we didn't want you home.
Do they have things?
Well, hold on. I put that bumper sticker for me.
I was a great dad. I made you show up every day.
Do they have things they're into? Like my daughter's like obsessed with dance. It's dance,
swimming,
dance.
And now she thinks she wants to be a gymnast.
Okay.
So, she did a cartwheel and
off to the races.
Twisted her wrist. So I tried to let her know that means it's not meant for her.
Sign.
It's a sign. But nope, she's determined to be I think my youngest one should do track. She's really fast. She has a very even gait when she runs, and I'm just like, okay, I can see this.
Yeah.
My oldest one plays by ear, plays music.
Nice.
So she's more inclined like her mom and her mom's family because they're musicians and stuff. So I see it in my oldest, and my oldest baby can sing.
There you go.
My youngest cannot sing, and I got to pretend like she can sing.
Yeah.
But she can't sing.
Yeah.
So you're in LA, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I imagine in LA, because you run in the circles of celebrities, then your daughter wants to do swimming or gymnastics or something. So then you have to get the, and then
you can't just go to the strip mall and sign her up for karate like we
JB
do.
Smooth or something. Another celebrity's like, oh yeah, my niece or daughter's in this, and then you go and they're like, all right, this will be
$10,000,
$10,000 a month, and that's the starting package. That's the low, because I imagine in that world of celebrity and rich people, the kids, because I know the business of child dance and volleyball and stuff. I mean, it's a huge business.
They call it Mr. Child Dance.
I mean,
the business.
I mean, anything like that you get your kids into, and I imagine in LA it's insanely expensive. Is that
some
correct?
stuff? But I do all the stuff that comes with a coupon. I'm not. I don't do anything that anybody suggests that I do, and their person is the best person. Nope. I find the cousin of that person.
You want to get the deal.
Yeah,
that's you, man.
The swim place is around the corner from my house at some school where they're just learning to swim. The dance class. That stuff is in a strip mall. You know what I mean? I don't do nothing fancy.
All right.
And like last time I was at the dance thing, I saw Kel Mitchell with his kid. And we looked at each other like,
I'm Groupon too.
That's Coupon Kel.
Yeah, we got a lot in common, Mr. Kel Mitchell. You know what I mean? Tell Keenan I said good burger.
That's hilarious.
So, now, Finesse, you're a grinder, and you've been a grinder all your life, and a lot of
life. Grinding all my life.
Yeah. And then so you
suckers pay the price.
It seems like you do so many different projects, and you agree. You're like, hey, and then I'll do it. Your agent comes to you like, hey, well, you want to be on this show? And one of the shows that was World Pet Games.
I thought you was gonna say Lego Masters.
No, that's good too. I like that you. That's what that would be a dream of mine to be on all of those shows.
I tell you this,
every single one.
I did not know that world was that serious. And so many people were mad at me.
The Lego one?
About the
Lego people are psychos.
Oh my
They'll
God,
kill you over Lego.
Yeah, they were
another show.
They're like, do you even play with Legos? Do you even know what this is called? Do you even know what that is called? I'm like,
it's Lego.
Yeah, it's Lego. Oh,
it's Lego, right?
What?
Yeah.
They got some. Look, that just gave me flashbacks. Look at my hair standing up on.
Sam, Jesus Christ, he's been working on that
because people were really mad.
Yeah, she's right. And
black people put an S on everything anyway.
It's not your
Shrimps.
fault. It's not your fault.
Okay, so for this has been a joke that me and Dino have been joking around about for a long time. Because we started our career in terrestrial radio, and then all the chili cook-offs in town, and they'd invite the local radio DJs to be the judges.
Right.
So then you show up,
Rooster and Big Frog,
and then you're like
judging the chili.
And you're eating a bunch of fucking chili. You're getting drunk. You're like, I don't really care. You're just like, this one won, whatever. And then the people,
and you know nothing about judging food.
No, you have no idea.
They only picked you because you're fat.
But
let's just be honest.
It was just your local radio DJ.
Because you're a fat DJ. They're like, he looks like he knows his way around a hot dog. And put him in the chair.
But all the local chili
they take it dead serious.
Yeah, they're dead serious, and they're pissed.
He's got Australian Wagyu beef he's flying in.
And you're like, I didn't put this together. I got invited by the promoter. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not a chili connoisseur. I'm not a fucking chef. I don't know. I'm just sitting
a simple fat guy.
I'm just picking number 8 because I want to get the hell out of here.
Right.
Get drunk.
I feel like they put the judges in a precarious position because everybody else involved in the show is super serious. Like all those Lego designers are like, this is their life, and they finally made it. And Finesse like, I don't know shit about Lego.
I don't know nothing about Lego.
So do you start taking it serious? You're like, oh shit, these guys really
I better straighten up.
Well, you know what? What I did appreciate was that they're geniuses. They are super engineering geniuses without a degree.
Yeah.
Like for them to know how strong something has to be to support something, or you remember back in the day when they used to say pi was 3.14, and the radius of this is this, and that, and the circumference of that. Like the people that I knew, they knew all that stuff.
Yeah, they're engineers.
They're engineers, and I'm just like, man, this is super impressive. I just want to beat Cheryl Hines. I just want to kick her butt. I don't care about any of that stuff. Make my Lego build way better than her shit. And if Robin Thicke comes over here, I'm gonna smack him. Like that's all I care. Him and his fluffy hair. I don't. That's all. I just want to win.
Cheryl Hines, Orlando. She's an Orlando lady.
Is she?
Yeah.
When I say that's like my girlfriend.
I think she's from here.
She's so sweet.
Look that up, Sam, to see if my memory's working again. Sometimes
she's
my memory
so sweet.
I think Cheryl Hines.
And on my show it was the late Leslie Jordan, and he was so sweet. Finesse, oh my God. Let me tell you, every time you come here and you say good morning to me, it brightens my day.
That guy was like sunshine.
You are going to recognize that impression and say that was pretty decent.
That was pretty good.
Thank you. I've never done him before.
That guy was like, I'm such a small sunshine man.
Yeah. He was,
like when he would say things, you'd be like, I'm smiling.
And he had all those country sayings, like, you catch more bees with blah, blah, blah. He had every saying you could think of.
Oh, my God, a Lord of mercy.
With the Great Lego Build-Off Show, like, they started off and they're like, all right, contestants, you now have 8 hours to build this.
Right.
So then you just go back to your trailer, or like you
take a nap.
What do you do?
Like,
fuck around.
For the cameras, you really go hard, for when you're shooting. And then they're like, you have like 6 more hours, and then that's when you would just go leave and, all right. I hope we win. I'll be back.
Do you go run life errands after that?
You go win.
And then you come back and it's all built and you're ready, and you put like one little piece on it in front of the camera, and they go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you're like,
Hands up. You got to do the hands up. Hands up.
And then the engineering nerds are sitting there with their arms crossed, and they're like, he didn't do nothing.
Right. And they got to stand there and just smile next to you.
Smoothie Cafe.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so let's talk.
Yeah, but you're right, Dan. I've been blessed to do a whole bunch of different types of shows.
I love those shows, man. I think it's cool. It shows that you're fun too.
Yeah,
like Pictionary, right? Like you've done that.
Jerry O'Connell, that's my guy. That's my Hollywood bestie.
That's so cool.
And I didn't know I liked him until I met him, and I said, "We click. I like you."
He looks exactly the same as he did when he was what was that show he was on as a kid? I watched. Not Greatest American Hero. It was something like that, though.
I don't even know his past stuff.
Yeah, he was accidental kid superhero. He was on a show where he was like some kid that got struck by lightning and then he could fly or something like that. Yeah, yeah. When I was a kid,
I saw him in a cheesy piranha movie.
Oh yeah.
It was so cheesy. Oh my God! It was worse than Sharknado.
Yeah, that's what he does. That's I don't think he cares.
His wife is Rebecca Romaine, and my wife loves her, and so that's just my boy, man. And I go back to Pictionary on Monday.
Oh no way!
What's today? So if I have Monday,
today's Friday.
Oh really? Is it when you do one of those shows? Do the producers like, oh, Finesse is easy to work with? He's a pro, and then do the producers call each other like, oh yeah, book Finesse
because he's funny.
Yeah. Is that how it happens?
Finesse, would you like to do 10 episodes for this amount? Yes.
Okay.
That's how it works.
All right.
Yeah. And you don't have to get a script because you write and you're a comedian. You just show up, sit down, and do your thing.
Show up and try to draw, bro.
That's the perfect job.
You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. I want to host one of these daytime shows where you might make $400,000 for 4 weeks of work.
Oh man,
that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you got the rest of your year.
Yeah.
Now, do you want to work for the rest of the year?
No.
Yeah. Do you get other stuff? Yeah. Can you go tour and do stand up? Yeah. But did you just make $400,000 in a month? Yeah. I want that job.
Yeah.
That is. I think we found the best job. Like we do a segment on the show called Weird Job Wednesday. I think go on game show for $400,000 wins.
Well, he had a host. That's where the money's at.
But he's good at hosting.
And I'm good at hosting. Pat Sajak is leaving.
Oh yeah, I saw that. 41 years, right?
God, 41 years. He's a vampire, by the way.
Why 41?
Because he's a vampire. That's a weird number.
Brady screwed his up too. It's got to be like 45.
Yeah,
and you got to go out on top.
Maybe he was planning on staying longer and like health issues or something.
Should have done 40 then. You should have done 40 or 45. Don't do 41. 41 is weird.
Yeah.
Also, and Brady, you screwed it up too.
Well, how old is Pat Sajak?
80.
4 more years.
He's a vampire.
He looks.
Vanna's a vampire.
Those old men and Hollywood old men, they get
76.
Lorenz Tate is a vampire.
Hit it. Like he's almost 80, dude. He's held together by nothing but.
Whatever vampires are made of.
Yeah, whatever vampires are made of.
Is it done after that, or do they get someone else?
They get someone else.
It does.
Is what done?
Like
Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune.
I just said they're looking for the new host.
No, I know, but
he only listens to himself. Finesse.
He doesn't trust black people.
No, but I mean, it's like Jeopardy. It never, I don't think, was ever as popular after.
No, it won't.
Yeah, the ratings will dip a little bit.
But like The Price is Right went on.
But The Price is Right. Ratings
Jeopardy
increased.
has Mayim Bialik now, right?
Yeah,
or did she just leave?
I think she left, and the creator dude is doing it again.
Would you want to do that? Would you want to do like a Jeopardy thing?
I'm not nerdy like that.
You want to do like a talk show?
I want to do a talk show or something fun. I would do Family Feud. I would do
Family Feud is good.
Wheel of Fortune. I would do a game show.
Family Feud is the one.
Family Feud is set up perfectly for a comedian.
But see, the way I would
crowd work, right?
But the way I would do Wheel of Fortune, I would be like, I told your ass not to spin again.
Yeah.
Like,
Put an edge on it.
I think people need to say what you're thinking at home.
Make it PG.
Yeah, you know
make it edgier. Yeah, that's a good idea. They've never done that, though. They always want it to be
they're
like...
saying Seacrest is the front runner for Wheel of Fortune.
I'm so sick of him.
I'm so sick of him.
Yeah, he's fine, but it's just like...
enough.
I'm so sick of him. I hope...
Who likes Ryan Seacrest?
Nobody.
Regular Lay's potato chip.
Yeah, I'm sick of Ryan Seacrest and Mario Lopez.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
Everybody's super talented. Everybody's great.
But oversaturation is too much.
Come on.
Seacrest, that's going to stink.
What did you read that? That just ruined my day.
Is
this
Vanna
is on
staying?
TV Insider.
Is Vanna staying? Because that's weird,
I would assume she would.
No, you got to go with Jack. You guys are blowing
gotta go.
this. You guys are blowing
You got to
this.
go. You got to bring in
40 and you should go together into like David the Gnome and his wife when they climb to the top of the mountain. Do you ever watch the cartoon David the Gnome?
No, but I've seen that version of it on Price is Right.
Tom Bosley did the voice. The mountain climber.
I was like in Wheel of Fortune when they did Hawaii. Hawaii.
I didn't know that.
And then he's going to work at Michigan College.
But it's not set in concrete.
No, he's just a front runner.
I have a message from my agent who said that he's well into it.
Yeah, you got to fuck this up.
And I'm sure they're going to bring a rotation. They're going to bring a rotation of people.
Probably at first.
How do we stop him? We have to stop him.
Yeah.
How, like, okay, Finesse, with, the business, how are they determining, like, whether or not an audience likes, because it's like, they used to do the old school sample stuff, but now,
they still do it.
But now they have social media, so they have real-time response from 10 times the people.
From people that are actively doing it without being asked to do it.
I think it's a combination of who can bring either more viewers because they have a huge following, and or who do we owe a favor to, and who's next? Like, who's next in line?
Okay.
So Finesse Mitchell would be a long shot for certain. Who on earth would give Finesse Mitchell a job as prominent as Wheel of Fortune? I heard Roy Woods Jr. wants that job, but he wants every job. But to go to a Mario Lopez or a Ryan Seacrest, you didn't even try. And that's what would be disappointed in. You didn't even try to bring something refreshing to the show. Who people are going to watch the show because it's the Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
You already have the alliteration with Fortune, Finesse. There's good. What is that? Automatopoeia?
Alliteration.
Yeah, the alliteration. Yeah, it's that's. Yeah, they're missing the boat. This would be perfect.
But that's why I said I just got to come up with my own show, and it has to be a hit. And then I have to be like, I've been telling you guys this for 15 years.
What does a show like Wheel of Fortune, if you were going to guess, what does it generate in revenue a year? I have no clue whatsoever.
They have tons of sponsors that give them all of their prizes, so that's all free.
Probably like 30 mil.
Is that 30 million?
Yeah.
God.
And then you would probably pay Pat Sajak. Yeah, probably more than 30 million.
What's paid? I bet we can find his salary, and if you can find his salary, you can probably guess.
Because in this day and age, where there's so much stuff.
Oh, you know what?
A lot of people.
And they only work 48 days a year.
Dude.
But you know what, though? I just thought about it.
48 days a
that
year.
Time of day in the evening.
Yeah.
And the viewership that it brings in, and because it's daily, it could be 130 million. Because you're probably selling a 30-second spot for like 250, 300,000, 400,000.
Really?
And that's one spot, so you probably got like 9 commercials in a half hour. And then you're coming on Monday through Friday,
and they're big boys too, right? They're like cleaning products because you got to hit you got to hit your ladies, right? Because you got a lot of ladies at home that are watching it, so you're gonna have big like Johnson & Johnson. You're dealing with massive. They got massive.
But the audience numbers have to be half of what they.
That Vanna White makes $10 million a year.
Oh, God. For turning the letters?
Yeah.
Pat Sajak makes $14 million a year. Jesus. She makes $10 million a year for 48 days of work.
And she don't even talk.
Good for her.
Right. That's the best gig.
She don't even talk.
Good for her. My God.
So then that show must bring in like $100 million because people usually get 10%.
But still, though,
Tom, they go to places too. They'll do it from the Wheel of Fortune live under the Eiffel Tower, and I'm like, how the hell are they affording
that?
At
the casinos, the Wheel of Fortune slot machines, they revenue $1.3 billion a year.
What? The brand.
Yes, the brand.
So he probably gets a lot of money for his likeness on those machines.
Yeah, he's in the machine. You're right.
The machines, the games, the home games, all that.
$1 billion in casinos.
What about the apps?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like maybe
and everybody in the chat room saying that Pat Sajak's a shitbag. Is he?
I don't know.
I didn't know that.
I don't know.
I saw him at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles one day.
Really?
It's pretty cool. and I called him a vampire. He took it in stride.
Different generation. I mean,
do you remember when Snoop took David Beckham to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles?
No, I don't.
Everybody Google that and find it. That's a good watch. Yeah, he did. It was.
I mean, Roscoe's is super touristy right now.
Yeah, it's like
it's like that spot you got to go to.
But yeah, back in the day, Snoop Dogg took David Beckham there, and it was awesome.
Yeah, Snoop is a enigma to me because I'm like, does he realize his character or is that just who
he's
he
a rap
is?
wizard now. He's a gray. He's like Rap's Gandalf.
Finesse, come smoke with your nephew.
You've smoked with Snoop?
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Saturday Night Live. That's the first person that ever smoked. Well, that's not true. Keenan smokes all the time. But Snoop came with Bishop Dom Magic Wand.
Yes.
And that was his spiritual advisor at the time. And he had this leather thing that had the string around it, so you had to untie the string, like unroll the leather.
Are in
And then in this like a saran wrap had these long asparagus type blunts.
Okay.
And we lit up right there in the dressing room. Me, Snoop, Keenan, Bishop, and I think that was it. And that was the day I said we're getting fired. and Keenan was like, they need me.
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
And I kind of snuck out of there like, yeah, he's right. Let me get my ass up out of here.
That was the
and nobody said anything to Snoop. And the hallways were lit. And
it's good weed, so it stinks to high heaven. I bet
skunky. And but I just remember that. I just remember
you just crushed the chat room,
smoking and just remembering. Yeah, I need to get out of here because they still call me Fitness. They don't even know my name in this bitch. I need to get out of here.
But Snoop is he's that person and be off camera, right? He's the same person, right? Kind of like I Tracy Morgan, same guy off the camera.
He's the same guy. Finesse, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm getting bad reports. You know it's bad when they coming to me and saying he fucking up.
We just saw him at the Improv.
Yeah, we did.
And
still super funny, right?
Blew my mind. I was like, hell yeah. It made you feel good. And he got real serious at the end, and we weren't picking up the vibe. Do you remember that part when we got serious and we weren't picking up what he was saying? He was actually like sharing a moment, like with us, saying like, "Hey, I'm really glad to be out here doing this after the pandemic and what I've been through. I just want to thank you and give you love." But we were like, we're all laughing, and he's like, "Shut the fuck up! I'm trying to be cool as fuck."
Right.
And like we're like, "Oh, it was awesome though."
Yeah.
It kind of made you feel like if he can beat that, it's inspiring.
Right. Me and Joe's been talking all day about just comedians having demons and just trying to get past ourselves.
Yeah.
The things that we've done in our career and the things that we didn't do and the drugs we've taken and the people we've let down and disappointed and the people we've stood up and the things we didn't show up to and the things we did show up to wasted and then you look back and it's 20 years later and you're just like, oh, I messed up a lot of stuff. I'm happy people still want to come see me. But some people do that to try to outdo themselves just for headlines. And some people are really hurting. Like some people are really lost. And the only place they do feel comfortable is on stage. The only place they do know who they are is on stage. Right. But as soon as everybody leaves and you shook that last hand and sew that last T-shirt and you go back to your hotel room, some people really want to hurt themselves.
It's dark.
It's sad.
Yeah.
And there's no drug or no... And a lot of times, it's the love of someone else. Love of a man, love of a woman, that saves your life. Somebody's going to sit there through all this bullshit that you're going to put them through and try to pull you out to the light and to the other side and say life is more than just being famous and what you didn't get and what you did get and who got what that you... They try to, and only love pulls you through. And when there's no love, you read about it in the headline later.
That's true.
And because they get it on stage, but when that's only a small percent of their life. And then,
bro, if you do stand-up comedy for a living, you're waiting for 1 hour out of the day to go do your show. So what are you doing for the rest of it? You don't know what to do.
Sure.
So that's why when you do have a great family or great friends or whatever, it means so much. But a lot of the dope comics who don't have a regular upbringing and they're the funniest because they go through so much shit.
Oh,
you share it, and you know how to make it
therapy.
funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know how to make getting beat or left at a bus stop or, you know what I mean, just an orphanage. You know how to make all that stuff funny, and people are dying.
Think of him.
And then you share it, and you shared your soul. People laugh, and then they leave, and then you're just like, well,
Hey,
you know it's bad when the comedian like, so where are you guys going after this? Because they want to
hang out.
Yeah.
Hey,
don't want the party to end.
Yeah, that's true. And then you chase that, and that can be a detriment. But, but you've done a good job of balancing it out.
I love masturbating.
Yeah, we do too.
That's the key.
Now I'm going back to the room.
Exactly.
There's a lot of lotion there.
There's got to be some sort. I thought VR was going to be the new masturbation tool, but it just
you know why? You know why that doesn't work? It's because it's blocking your eyes from seeing somebody catching you.
You're paranoid.
I figured it out.
Right.
Yeah,
no, that's part of the.
First of all, I'm not going to have my penis out and something over my eyes where I don't know what's going on in the real room. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to touch me on my shoulder. Sir, you left your door open.
I have done that before, and I wasn't masturbating, but I had the thing on, and I'm like, I'm in it, and that main room you're in before you do anything, it just looks like a spaceship, and the dog will touch my leg, and it'll fucking scare the shit out of you.
Yeah,
it's not. I don't think it's for me.
Yeah, I'm not masturbating with no pets. So that's weird.
Put
a pillow on it. All right, one show tonight, 2 shows tomorrow. Got to make sure we
get a smooth transition.
We got to get plugged. We forget about talking about the damn show tonight. Buy your tickets, theimprovorlando.com. Make sure you jump on there and get the tickets.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure seeing you, man. Thank you for the time. We really appreciate it.
It's Father's Day weekend. I'm giving a big shout out to all the dads. If you don't have anything to do and you follow me on Instagram and DM me and you say, hey, I really want to come to your show, and I answer you back, and I feel like we have room in the show, and I answer you back. There you go.
Yeah, he's got to answer back.
I got to answer you back. I will leave you 2 tickets.
Whoa,
right? If I do not answer you back, it means that we're sold out, or we're packed, or I didn't like your profile picture. I don't know.
All right, ugly.
But if I answer you back, send me your government name, and then it's you plus 1, and tell me what show you want to come to. You do the work. Don't send me a message saying, I want to come to the show.
Let me go.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And your name is Pookie Wookie 35.
Pookie.
Pookie Wookie 35.
Yeah.
Now, Finesse, in my experience, explaining the rules to people does not matter.
They're dumb.
Because
we figured out that people are really stupid.
Someone will show up and be like, I tweeted at Finesse and I won my tickets.
People won't even DM me. They'll just show up. Finesse said, if you got a dad, I brought my kids. Say, hey, kids. Now, go back to the car. I need my 2 tickets. No. DM me on Instagram if I answer you back. Right. Yeah, do the work. And I'll let you get in.
Well, Finesse, thanks so much for stopping by. We appreciate it.
Man, you know what? I thought you guys were going to get arrested a long time ago. It's great 5 years later to see that you guys are still in business.
Barely.
And you're still going strong. And congrats to you.
Appreciate that, man.
When you first walked in, what were you saying about the TV? We've got the chat and the recording going on the TV.
So I got a character. His name is Mike Matthews. The show is called Mike in Chaos, like MIC. Yeah. Anyway, but his name is Mike. And it's about him living in this high-rise, and he's getting to know everybody in this building, but he's, the relationship guru, and he's also a great podcaster and an author and all this stuff, but he caught his wife cheating.
Okay.
So he comes home to that and legs up in the air cheating.
This is based on you then.
Oh.
You caught your wife cheating, didn't you? Legs up, Kimbo.
But in these segments of when he's dropping jewels to people, we cut to him in his element in his pod where he feels like that's his home.
Yeah. And
people are shooting him messages in real time, and you see the emojis and the flames and the hearts, or people disagreeing and that. But I first saw that when I came to your podcast. I first saw your screen, and it made me think of that, and it made me write that character.
Oh, that's cool.
Awesome.
Oh, my God.
So I combined you 2 together, made you cooler in black.
Yeah! That's all I wanted.
They always ever wanted.
That's all I ever wanted.
Yeah, I've been begging to be cooler in black. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
You certainly don't want to see me with a VR
So
goggles
if you see it on Hulu or something, it's called Mike in Chaos.
All right, I'm on it.
I would also like the bigger penis.
That's what I was getting to.
Can I throw that in there, too?
Yes, Tom. Yes, you have a question. I would also like the bigger penis, please. If you could just throw that in.
All right, we'll see you on the Friday Free Show.